What's up, YouTube? Hey, it's your boy Triple R here with another video. Hey, so I don't know, man. For some reason, something good always happens at the gym, right? I always find someone to talk to. We talk about something new, or just something, right? Something that is beneficial to me, and I'm sure when I bring it up here, it can help you a bit. So today I was talking to someone, right? And they were talking about, basically, we started talking about respect. You guys probably asked, like, fucking wondering, this guy, where the fuck does he come up with all this, like, just, I think I'm a man who, like, I'm that one person who you start talking to, and then a subject comes up, and we basically just talk about it, work around that until we figure out how we both feel on it, right? Without the other person realizing, right? But today we were talking about respect, right? How you should respect, how we started talking about how people, basically we're talking about how the field he's in, right? Where people don't necessarily respect him like they should and stuff like that. So then I asked him, but do you respect people? He's like, well, yeah, I do. I was like, well, I mean, that's like if you tell me, do I do what I have to? I'm going to tell you I do, but we deep down inside, we know if we do or not, right? So I think sometimes that's what happens, that we kind of lie to each other and we kind of say, oh, yeah, I'm respectful. I respect everyone if they respect me. See, if someone tells you that, they're fucked, then there's something's wrong there. That little thing of, if they respect me, I respect them. Well, that means that when you meet someone, you're waiting for them to respect you. What about you? It should be, even. You should be respecting them and they should be respecting you as well. But, that's just how people are nowadays and stuff. And that's all, so we just started talking more about it, right? So I was like, yeah, I mean, sometimes we say we respect everyone if they respect us, but how do we know if they're going to respect us if we don't respect them? So I think the best thing to do sometimes is just respect them, and then you'll see from there if they respect you, right? And he was like, yeah, I think you're right in that sense. I was like, yeah, because I've heard a lot about that shit, right? I've heard like, oh yeah, if they respect me, I respect them. If they don't respect me, I don't respect them. But I mean, if you use common sense, if they don't respect you, you don't respect them, how does that work? So then where the fuck is the respect going to come from? If they're not going to respect you, you're not going to respect them. If you're not going to respect them, they're not going to respect you. And it might be stupid. It might be like, some people might think, oh, this is a stupid conversation. I agree. It's very stupid. Every conversation, I probably think it's stupid, but it's necessary, because here's the thing. Most things are unnecessary. Yeah, they're so stupid and so small that no one practices them, including me. Like respect. So I remember a while back I said, hey, you know what? I'm just going to show people respect, and then you'll see who they are. When you show someone respect and they don't show you respect back, then, I mean, it's best, walk away from them. Because that person, is just not a person who respects people. Now, on the other hand, if you respect someone, they respect you. Now, they know that, hey, that person respected me. Of course, something can always go wrong, right? But like everything. Life's a risk, marriage, career, entrepreneurship, like life, you drive, everything's a fucking risk, man. In general, everything. I mean, going to sleep's a risk. You might not wake up tomorrow, right? So that's why back in the, like today, most religious people, they pray that, hey, God gives them a new opportunity tomorrow. Because, no one knows what happens when we go to sleep. There's been studies and shit like that, like all that. I mean, we go into deep sleep, but in reality, we don't know. What if we fucking are in a matrix or in a fucking simulation, and in the sleep we basically wake up? Or like I've seen Avatar, right, where they go to sleep and they're in one freaking world or one life, in one day, and then when they wake up, they're in the real life. Or I don't fucking know, right? What if we're in something like that? But yeah. So our talk continued. So then we both we wouldn't agree, because first we were basically arguing how, oh no, well, if they respect me, I respect them. They don't. So that's when I used to think like that, but someone checked me. Someone said, well, if they don't respect you and you don't respect them, there's never going to be respect, man. And most people you meet out there in the world aren't going to respect you. Most people you meet out there, you got to earn respect, because respect is something you earn. But even then, there's just people out there that don't give a shit, man. They don't respect whatsoever. So sometimes you just kind of either you go swinging this world not giving a shit about respect, which is fine. You know, I know a lot of successful people who don't give a fuck, right? Or you go swinging the world, you know, just giving it a chance. Well, I'll respect. Hopefully they respect me. And if not, I tried. Now we know who respects and who doesn't, right? They're both really efficient ways. What way would I go by? I guess both, 50-50, but I mean, yeah, that's kind of dumb to say. Well, you can't respect and then not give a fuck. That's true. So maybe not give a fuck. I heard a quote by someone who said, a quote, would you rather a person ask another person who own like a big corporation, right? Would you rather be respected or feared? And he said, that's a good question. I would rather be feared. And they said, why? Don't you want to be respected? And he said, no, let me tell you something. If they respect me, they're eventually not going to give a fuck. They're eventually going to find a new place, just not care and dip, or just not care. But if they fear me, they don't respect me, but they act like they do. People that fear someone, they just act like they respect them. You know, they don't say nothing around them, which is good. So yeah, in my opinion, that's true. Fear is sometimes better. I mean, look at look at the world. Look at the country we live in. It's run by fear, man. You fear people. You don't work. You don't eat. You don't do this. You don't get that. You know, it's just fucking fear. It's not respect. Oh, we respect the government for what he's done. Bullshit, man. You fear the fucking anyway. But I mean, you can study like Roman, the old Roman, fucking the Greeks. It was just fear. There was no respect. They would fear the gods. If we disrespect them, they're gonna fuck us up. They're gonna, you know, not make it rain this year. We won't have crops, or the god of money will get mad. You know, same thing with God. We say we respect him. Yeah, we do the opposite shit of that. I and you know it. But we fear him in the sense of, hey, if we don't do this right, we're gonna. If you're a very religious person, you know, if you don't do something, if you do the opposite of the right, bad shit would happen, right? So because you fear it, you don't really respect things. So I mean, in that sense, fear. I agree with fear being more important. You know, most people that own companies, they basically have. I've seen it. This is not like don't fucking get impressed if you work for a big company. Like, study it. Like, learn from them. Don't fucking complain. Oh, that fucking sucks. They're dicks. No, learn from it. Study them. And see that when you build your own shit, how you can work those things out, because that's how it works. Don't complain. You know, it's like if you see someone who's smarter, if there's a big ass line, right, and somehow he found a way to like manage a way to cut that in half, right, and then you're right in the back or the front, and if you stitch him out, you will kill all bridges, because then no one will be able to do it. Instead, have a conversation with them and ask them how you did that, so next time your ass can do it, right? But we live in a world where we're taught to just snitch on them, and then we burn all bridges, because then no one's gonna fucking do it. So we're all gonna be fucking stuck in the line for 10 hours. Ask him how did you manage, you know? Maybe he went up and he, you know, if they're selling t-shirts, you tell the person, hey, you know what? I'm gonna buy you a t-shirt. And while we're at it, can you get me one too? And look, you just cut half or go all the way to the front if you want. Learn from that, and then you practice that next time, or practice that right there. Try it. It's a risk. But if you snitch, you burn out bridges. And I mean, that's not good. So that's one thing. But where the fuck were we? See, I got off track. I always get off track. Oh yeah, so if you work, you gotta see how they work, because most companies, most people have people under fear. I used to complain a lot. Damn, that sucks. You know, people should be more fair. And something I've actually learned from Andrew Tate, right? Guys are like, oh, you mentioned him. Well, I do, because he says a lot of. 90% of the shit he says is true. The other 10, I don't know. I'm not saying it's not true. The other 10 are just more statements, but 99% of the shit he says is true. For example, where he said, we complain that the world is not fair. That's a lie, because the universe is very fair. If you work and you do your shit, you will get results. If you don't work and you don't do your shit, you will get also results, but negative results. So you can't sit there complaining this shit is unfair. This is a rigged game. That it's not a fair game. It's bullshit, man. Trust. I can tell you it's a fair game. But it's only fair to those that actually put in the effort. Just try. No effort, no result. Effort, you get results. Small or big, but you get results. And small or big, at least it's something, right? And that's one thing. Another thing Andrew Tate said is, hey, people complain the universe is not fair yet. It's very fair. Going back to something I said, learned it from him. It's very fair in the sense of, if you do what you have to, you will get the results you want to. If you don't, you won't. So that makes it a fair game. So we can't say it's not fair. Now, maybe if you are stuck somewhere where you don't like it, and if you know that it cannot get any more fair, well then move from there. Don't just fucking stay there complaining it's not fair. Move to where you can eventually find the fair or just fucking make it happen. Sometimes it's not going to be fair. Sometimes you just have to fucking make it happen. But yeah. So respect everyone and don't think like that. That if they respect, you respect them. If they don't, you don't. Just fucking respect people. And if they don't, then fuck them. Or fuck everyone in general. But you got even people who say fuck everyone, respect everyone. They just, put them aside. Guys, I hope you enjoyed today's videos. I've been doing small clips. These are things that I come across. And I think sometimes very important. I've actually come across a lot of things. Write them down, then I do my videos on them. It's very important. We all learn about these things, especially the shit that's, sometimes times. It's always a good time. It's not that the times are bad or they're good. It's always a good time to release good content, to promote positivity, good stuff, guys. Anyways, guys, your boy Triple R loves you, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.